This is a very impressive debut at a new weight class.
Started from, same team all the way to the top, and here we go.
Chase the Dream Hooper!
There's the tap! 5 in a row for Brendan Allen. There is no denying him now.
I will be the next champion. I'm the only guy to be able to threaten the actual champion everywhere.
Brendan All In Allen!
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. That's dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. We have, in a moment, we're going to have Chase Hooper and joining us, and Brendan Allen. That fight against Paul Craig on Saturday, I'm really looking forward to. And Matt, before we start, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. I was reading, Henry Cejudo said something that I kind of agreed with, which was that he's talking about how Aspinall Jones is the fight to make and not Stipe. And he's like, we've been waiting too long for that. And I don't think that Stipe should be cut out. I think Stipe Aspinall is the fight to make because Jones, who knows how long he's going to be out? 8 months. A pectoral tear is a huge injury. So I think that Stipe Aspinall should be the fight to make, and then the winner fights Jones.
Nah, I like Stipe versus
Jones.
I like Stipe for Jones only because Tom Aspinall, his story is being written. Who knows if he'll go down as one of the greats? Maybe he will. He looks fantastic. Yeah, but and he seems like such a sweet, great guy.
Yeah,
I love the thing with him and his father. It's very emotional. And with him walking back to the from the octagon and holding the belt, and then he's holding in the emotions, and then he sees Michael Bisping and he hugs him. You see him start to tear up. It's very moving.
Sure.
But having said that, this guy's gonna have a lot of big fights ahead of him. I can't wait to see what the future holds. But Stipe is already a legend. He's already considered.
Sure is.
Best to ever do it. So, and Jon Jones obviously has been, labeled one of the best to ever do it. So let them do it.
I'm only thinking of the fact that the division is being held up for a long time because you don't know. I think Stipe is close to 40 and Jones, I guess, is 35. So you don't know how fast he's going to heal from that. I'm only thinking of the fact of the division. Like, what is Aspinall supposed to do in the meantime? Like, does he fight another interim fight? Yeah, I just don't know what they do. This isn't an injury that heals in a couple of months. This seems to be one. Again, they said he might be out 8 months as of October. He's had no interest in fighting Cyril Gane because Cyril ignored his call out before. But what do they do to the belt? Do they unify the belt before Jones is ready? Do they take it from Jones, have Aspinall Stipe fight for the belt, then Jones fights for the belt the second he comes back?
What's interesting about Tom Aspinall is I feel he's going to be a threat on the floor too. I think his jiu-jitsu is real good. So
yeah, him and Jones again. That makes them. And also Stipe too.
I think he's going to take out Cyril Gane with the jiu-jitsu. I think.
But if they fight, do they refight for another interim? How does that work if those two guys fight? Is it for an interim belt again?
Man, you're throwing a lot of curveballs my way, man. I'm just like a fan at the end of the day. Jimmy, I'm sorry, I'm fucking around. Jimmy,
you should bring in, yes.
Let's bring him in. Look
Chase
at my
Hooper.
Instagram, and we'll bring in Chase Hooper. And watch me. I get out of the steam, and I'm in the front of my school, and I'm literally, when I go in my steam in the morning, I literally melt away all negative energy. Oh, we'll talk about that after.
Yeah, not that I don't want to think about you in the steam room. Hey, Chase.
Hey, what's going on?
Speaking of steam rooms, where are you? This is going to come out weird. Where are you hanging out recently in a steam room or sauna with your opponent, Jordan Leavitt? Is that true?
Yeah, it was really. I hung out with him back in March in the sauna. He was at the PI when I was here in July training with Chiesa. But that's just how Vegas goes. Like, it's like a wolf's den here at the PI. It's people you fought, people you're gonna fight, people you want to fight. It's a weird a weird energy, but it's cool. He's a cool guy.
What do you do if it's a guy that you have like a real problem with? Like, again, guys who have fought sometimes still get along, but then there are guys who, just don't like each other and are always kind of at each other in public. How does that work?
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty agreeable dude. There's only one guy I fought where I was like, oh, that guy's just kind of a dick. But, everybody else is like pretty respectful.
Now who that guy is. Go like this. What's his name? No, you don't have to do that. No, Chase, you're a good guy.
Did you beat him or who won? Did you win or did he win?
I won't say where it was, but I didn't win. But yeah, that was my one that I was like, because I never make excuses, but I felt like I should have beat that dude, skill set wise. But it sucks to have a guy that you don't like have a win over you, but that's the sport. And, probably should have came in more correct if I didn't want to get beat up.
Well, we're not going to mention his name, but if there's one fight you could get back, who would it be? I'm just trying to get that guy's name is what's going on.
No.
Jay, you and Jordan, man, I can smell a grapple fest. I love your jiu-jitsu, man. Listen, you're fighting in general. I don't want to come out as an insult because I know you've been hanging out with Wonder Boy. I'm seeing those fucking sidekicks. I love this. Chase, is it just me? I love the fucking sidekick, especially for a grappler, like a grappling-based fighter like yourself. That sidekick is a good, it's really good at managing your distance, keeping you out of trouble with someone aggressive. Don't you feel?
Yeah, the first dude I actually trained with that was like having me play around with the sidekicks was Ryan Hall. He uses them all the time, but I like them a lot better because like the keeps and the push kicks, like the stuff up the middle, I always hit my toe on their elbow. I just don't time them well enough, and then I just, fuck my toe up.
You must be more confident in your striking though. Like, not that you didn't feel confident, but I think was it the last fight where you third most in lightweight history, 217? I mean, really amazing. And is that from training with Wonder Boy, or what do you think that is?
I think a lot of it's like kind of breaking past like there's an adjustment period. We're getting into UFC, and that was my 7th fight. Most people don't make it that far, and my coach, he only had 3 UFC fights. He told me the same thing. He's like, I never felt like I really got to adjust to the level. Whereas now, this is my 8th fight. Like I'm very familiar with the process. I'm very familiar with the pressure. I think that really helped. I think obviously not having to cut down to featherweight definitely helped out a ton. Like I feel great energy wise right now, just like I did last fight week. Where at featherweight, I was just, once I got to UFC, I was a lot bigger than when I was on Contender. So I was killing myself to make featherweight, and, I was just super lethargic. I remember in the fight, sometimes I'd be like, no, I can't push the pace or I'm going to gas, that type of thing. But, I feel like, again, and just more time in, that helps you build the confidence. Obviously training with Wonder Boy and those guys helps. Having them kick me in the head, just getting more confident in the striking defense and just toning up some of the little, I feel like, fundamental things that I wasn't maybe doing correct, that were, making my striking look worse than it was, or making me not as confident in it.
Yeah. Chase, when did you start your training? Did you start with jiu-jitsu? And who was your instructor?
My coach, Jeff Hoagland, he's the one here right now with me. Since I was 8 years old, I started with him. So now 24. So going on 16 years with him, right? Yeah, I did the math right. And he's got me from day one to 8 fights in the UFC. So you can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, he has to understand every aspect of your personality and of the signals you give when you're fighting. He'll probably read things in you that somebody who hasn't been with you that long would never be able to read. That's really valuable.
Yeah, and he does my management stuff, where I feel like having a guy with that intimate of a knowledge of your game, your strengths, your weaknesses, like he's seeing, every week. He could be like, oh, this isn't a great fight for him right now. He's got a knee injury, that type of thing. Where like some, a manager is just going to be like, Who? When? Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. But again, yeah, like you build that chemistry, and that's kind of the same for these guys that go to, they switch gyms or they go to like a crazy big gym where there's just too many people for the coach to really know you or care about you. So, yeah, I mean, that's definitely a different level.
Yeah, bigger is not always better when it comes to camps. I mean, we got a bigger camp now, but I mean, we had, look at that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, shit. I don't know why you got rid of the mohawk, to be honest. I don't.
Yeah, I got it because I love Chuck Liddell.
Oh, okay.
Shit. You modeled your style right after. I'm only kidding. It's the exact opposite. No, but that's funny. That is
Brawl, brawl, yeah.
That is so great, man. Look at that. I got the same thing where I have students where they were little and now I'm up to their shoulders too. So I feel for you. That's so great though. Were you with your jiu-jitsu? You're the perfect guy. Like if you were at my school, if a guy came in like a meathead with a knucklehead, I go, you know what? Go. I'll put you with Chase, because what people realize, Jimmy's starting to realize now because he's training, it's like a superpower, isn't it, Chase? I'm sure you submitted guys easily twice your weight in the training room. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's the great equalizer, like the guard and all the grips and stuff. It's all about leverage. It's not about, ideally, it's not about using the strength. It's nice to have it as a backup, but jiu-jitsu truly is like the lazy man sport if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
You see guys that, they start off, they're going super hard, they get really skinny, and then they start learning jiu-jitsu and then they get fat again because they learn how to not gas themselves out all the time. But yeah, I mean, I love it.
And it's got to be too, one of the things about striking when you're so good, and Verdum had this, when you're so dangerous on the ground, is that you have a freedom when you strike, because you never have to worry about being taken down. It's never something you're concerned with.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I welcome the takedowns. Makes it a lot easier than having to strike with them if that's not working out. So yeah, I mean, I'm never going to complain if a guy shoots on me.
And when I'm sorry, Chase, when you met Jordan, when you guys bumped into each other in the steam room, did you know you were going to be fighting him, or was it one of those things where he's kind of in the atmosphere, it could happen, or was this still when you were down at featherweight?
It was actually like right before my featherweight or my lightweight debut got announced. So we were just talking, just hanging out. But I knew moving up to 55 that would be a great matchup. I think it'd be a fun fight, and we were kind of keeping an eye on that matchup. And then when they offered it, I was excited. I was super happy with it. Instead of fighting some crazy striker or something, where I'm going to have to impose the jiu-jitsu on them. I'm fighting a guy that, likes to grapple too. So I get to, do the thing that I have the most fun with. I'm in a phase right now where like I'm having more fun with jiu-jitsu again. So it's nice to be in a very grappling focused camp and really get to play with the part of fighting that I'm enjoying right now.
Now, I'm looking here and I see you had your second wedding anniversary in Italy, which I want to hear about that. And first of all, second wedding anniversary, my man, at 24 years old. So at 22, you got married. Was there anybody saying like, hey, listen, man, you just got to relax? Did anybody try to say, or else they're like, no, this is the right one, you and your wife, you and Anna, you guys looked good together? Well, tell me, Chase, there had to be some concern, I'm sure.
No, I mean,
God, dude, I'm not sure.
All the people like around us, like her parents got married at, when they were younger. My coach, had a kid with his wife when he was 20. Same thing with a lot of the other people around us. So I don't know. It wasn't a big deal. And we'd already been dating for, 4 or 5 years at that point. Hopefully I don't get that number wrong. She might be mad.
Yeah. Never want to fuck that number up.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I've been with my wife since she's 18. So I mean, I'm with you, bro. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing. You find the right one. Jimmy spent years being a whore. And now
I certainly did.
Now he calmed down at 50. He's,
55. I got married at 54. Yeah, it was a long. I didn't mind being single for all those years, but yeah, it's nice. There's less pressure when you're married. I noticed that there's less pressure to be out on the hunt and trying to meet people. It's just easier. You kind of know what you have, and it's nice. Now, where'd you go in Italy? I've been there once. We went to Venice and to Rome. What did you do?
We did the little tour. We were there for like 12 days. We went to Rome, which was cool. See the Colosseum and all that. That was cool seeing, they have like a little tunnel from like their warm up area underneath the arena to get to.
Where they'd warm up?
Yeah, they have like a warm up area, and then they have like a little tunnel they walk through, like under the crowd and stuff. Dude, and then they have like an elevator. They rise up. It's cool.
That's fucking crazy.
As a fighter, do you look at that and go like, wow, when guys were fighting here, like they would like, I killed you if you lost. This was a kind of the same thing, but a kind of different.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting how some of the stuff kind of stays the same. Like, obviously we're not worried about, getting slashed open with a sword or anything, but we're still out here fighting, for people's entertainment. And, a lot of the stuff's very similar. Like, they would train, they would, I don't know, they would have just kind of like now, like you have like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon. These guys are these rich people that, don't have any need to fight, are like wanting to do it now. Where same thing in Rome, you had like some rich people and like some of the emperors would like fight. And then in the arena, and like you couldn't do anything against them. Like if you beat them, they'd probably just execute you. So
you had to throw the fight.
It's interesting how like rich people still want to do what us poor folk are doing for money. They do it for fun.
I heard Elon Musk talking fighting and talking about jiu-jitsu specifically. And dude, for a smart guy, he doesn't fucking get it. I mean, listen, I'm not about to send anybody to Mars. I'm just letting you know right now. But I'm just telling you, I heard him talking about jiu-jitsu and it sounded a little knuckleheadish. I swear. He's like, well, Hoist, when they started if the guy's arm is too strong, I'm going to paraphrase because he speaks smarter than me. If the guy's arm is too strong, he was talking about chemo versus Hoist. He had to revert to a inverted arm lock, but he wasn't using the right terminology at all. He's basically saying if the arm's too strong, dude, it's all about leverage.
Yeah. I've heard plenty of white belts making those same things. Yeah. I
mean, dude, stick to the fucking cars, stick to putting people on the fucking out of the planets. When I heard him talking, he's like, well, he's talking about the different arts he did. And he mentioned also street fighting. There you go. That's the stamp I was looking for. Elon Musk, street fighter. Watch out. Yeah. My money's on Zuckerberg. He's hanging out with David Camarillo. He's doing legit Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I mean,
isn't he a blue belt? I think he's a blue belt, right?
Yeah, dude. And I don't know what belt Elon's is, but when he starts talking about how he's bigger and he'll just fat on him, basically. You're going to just lay on him? That's the approach you're going to take towards this? I think he's just assuming he's a bigger guy. But Zuckerberg's fit. He's fit. You see that guy? You don't think he's going to be able to squirm to his back like Hickson versus Zulu?
It could be one of those things, too, where Elon trains a little bit. And like guys, when you're training, I'm very new at it. So, obviously my instructor is a high level black belt and he has me rolling with his blue belt, but the blue belt's letting me do shit. Like he's allowing me to sweep him or to put him in positions because he's helping to teach me. If he's trying to submit me, I'm fucking going to be submitted in less than 20 seconds. So maybe Elon does this and thinks that he's actually submitting a higher belt, or he actually thinks he's doing better. And it's like, hey, dummy, he's allowing you. Your strength isn't doing that. He's letting you do it to try to teach you technique.
When I heard that he did judo, I was like, well, that's interesting. He does judo. Maybe he's got a good Ezekiel or some shit. I don't know. But then I heard when he was talking and he's talking, oh, yeah, I did judo. I did this, that, street fighting. And really, Elon, you did some street fighting? Use your street fighting and your extra weight versus this guy doing jiu-jitsu how many days a week? Because he looks like he's jumping in competitions. He's submitting guys that aren't letting him submit him. Not letting themselves be submitted. He's making them say uncle.
He's a blue belt, Matt. I sorry to interrupt you. He is a blue belt as of July, and he's healing from a knee injury. He tore his ACL.
Yeah, because he's training.
When you're worth 150 billion, shouldn't you not be tearing your ACL?
No,
fighting?
He's fucking training. He's training. And I know David Camarillo. He's a black belt of the Half Gracie. The guy does legit. It's not some McDojo somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how we got into this, but I just Elon Musk never experienced real jiu-jitsu. He couldn't have. But speaking of real jiu-jitsu, dude, I love watching you fight, Chase. I know you're working on the striking, but man, Jordan's saying he wants to be the first guy to make you say uncle, to tap you out. I don't think Jordan, has he ever been submitted?
I'll tell you in a second.
Let's see.
Yeah, you got subbed by Patty.
Oh, he did get subbed by Patty.
Yeah, rear naked choke.
All right.
That's right, real naked. Yep.
Yeah, so be the second guy to get him. I don't know.
I can't discount the pressure of that fight though. Like fighting Patty in the O2 Arena in his hometown.
What do you think
The
about
whole
Patty?
crowd's booing you.
Patty and Tony? What do you think about that? And then what do you think about Tony getting trained by David Goggins?
I'm still on the Tony train. I'm rooting for him. I'm hoping he gets that win back. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think a week like a hell week is necessarily the best thing for a fight camp. At least not when they have like less than a month.
Hell week.
It is weird to you're right. Yeah. And David Goggins, as much as he is a motivator, Tony Ferguson, what he does is harder. Like, Tony Ferguson is like literally getting into fist fights with some of the best fighters in the world. And he doesn't seem like he needs motivation. He doesn't need to be motivated to work harder. I don't think his work ethic is a problem.
No, I think Patty said something similar. Like his cardio's never been an issue and neither has his mental. So those would be the two things I would see you maybe benefiting from that. So I think at his age, he's probably just wearing his body down more than he needs. At least for where he's at right now. I see there's probably a benefit to it for some people, but no, I think right now Tony should just be like kicking street poles like he's been doing, getting those shins conditioned and
right.
Fucking around with that fucking wooden dummy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did some Wing Chun back in the day. Hey, I was watching a thing with fucking Wonder Boy. I think it was like in the middle of the night or some things go on your when you're on the ball and you're scrolling through your shit.
Yeah.
He was fighting Luque.
Vicente Luque.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sidekick, dropped him. Gives him a little pound. Wanted to do it like almost fake a sidekick again. Boom, right hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wonder Boy. Gets me sad. What else? Chase. What is one thing? It could be like something you're watching with your wife. What is a nice series you're watching? You guys watch any TV together? I'm always looking for a new show.
We're always watching all Gordon Ramsay stuff. He's doing that Kitchen Nightmare show again, so.
Oh, is he yelling at people?
Especially
He doesn't like this shit.
Yeah. Especially in the weight cut, I like looking up at food when it's not, terrible.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Like I have this box of some like peppermint Oreos here that I'm gonna be eating here on Friday.
Peppermint Oreos.
Got them from Whole Foods, so
Gives
me it gives me motivation to get through the weight cut, and it's you get something out of it. I mean, I do.
Yeah, weight cutting is something, man.
Yeah,
you got it. And the stricter you are, I mean, it's just gonna pay off. That's a mental game right now. I would need David Goggins to help me with that shit.
I mean, that's what I feel like. The weight cut like toughens me up a little. You just got to suffer a little bit before you go do this thing. I feel like real life's too soft.
Yeah,
and then, you got to suffer a little bit.
You have to, man. It's fucking good. Jimmy, no Twinkies for you if you're getting ready for a fight. I don't want
But Chase said something before, which was very true. And again, I'm very new at this, Chase. I had lost a lot of weight, but I am getting fatter. I'm the only guy training who's getting fatter because I've convinced myself that these workouts, which are grueling. I mean, how you guys actually fight for real. It's even more amazing to me now that I've done some rolling. It's just the exhaustion that comes with it is fucking. And I'm like, I've convinced myself that I can now eat whatever I want at 55, but I can't. I'm just becoming a fat guy rolling. So I have to stop fucking eating. But yeah, you do convince yourself that you're burning more calories than you actually are.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure. I always equate, training like fighting, sparring, jiu-jitsu, whatever. I always call it like, I don't know, like people think of cardio as like running where, the combat sports side of it is like getting chased. Like you're getting chased down by a lion, you can't stop or else they're gonna eat you. So you gotta go at their pace, not yours, which is a different type of cardio than when you're just jogging outside, you're jogging on the treadmill. But I love it.
Well, Chase, yeah, it's always good talking to you, man. You're such an exciting fighter. And Jordan Leavitt, I know you guys don't have any bad blood, but this is a great fight. and we'll definitely talk to you again after, and have a great time out in Vegas. Are you in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I'm out here.
Okay. All right. Talk to you soon, man. And
All
thanks
right,
again.
Chase.
Hey, appreciate it. Later.
Fun stuff.
He's a nice dude. He's a really nice dude, and he is really, and that's an interesting matchup with Jordan Leavitt. And I guess when you like a guy, it's just like, even though you're trying to hurt them, it's almost like, hey, you can look at it like we're testing what each other has, and my way of respecting this guy is giving him everything I have, like doing the best I can to fucking knock him out, and then we're friends again. That's what my assumption is.
Yeah, don't assume. Hey, listen.
Well, let me ask you, what is the mentality then when you like somebody?
I'm fucking around.
Oh, okay.
My mentality when I was fighting somebody?
If you like them.
Yeah, I liked some guys I fought. Chris Lytle especially.
Right.
You just try to not look at him as a human. Just look at him as a fucking put him in a body bag. Hey, listen, we got Brendan Allen soon.
Yep.
And he's
on a tear.
What's this from? Brendan Allen. We got to ask him. Brendan Allen, is Paul Craig that type? Don't believe the hype. Yeah. That's a Public Enemy song. And it was Barry Allen in the song. So in this some stuff works, some stuff doesn't. Dude, listen.
I don't know what you're saying.
You ever hear the song Don't Believe the Hype?
Yes, I have.
Well, there you go. And there's a certain part of it when he asked somebody, I think it was Barry Allen. We got to ask him, Barry Allen, are they that type? Don't believe the hype. So I switch things up and I go, Brendan Allen, we got to ask.
Oh, okay.
Allen, is Paul Craig that type? Don't believe the hype.
Oh, cool. Then he can look at my name and he'll know.
Don't leave, motherfucker. Don't leave.
No, I won't.
If you were.
He can look at my name and he'll know how I feel.
If you look at you. Now that I want to look at your name.
It's not bad.
Your name is not Boo. Jimmy, I don't do stand-up.
That's all right.
But this morning, I'm at my class. We got like 30 plus, so it's not exactly the fat black pussycat.
Sure.
But I got a room full of people, so sometimes I test out some stuff. So I'm going, all right. So I sat to like a sweep to get into half guard. What do they call it? The sickle sweep? I'm not good with the names.
Yeah.
So, we lock up and I go, look, there's different, I banged up my knee the other day. You know that, Jimmy?
Yep.
I banged it up. Did I tell you my new knee?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Oh, I should show you. I'm going to show you now. It's weird. There's like something protruding out the side of it. Looks kind of fucking weird.
Oh.
Should I show? Want me to show you?
Yeah.
Let me see if I stand up on this.
Is it okay?
Let me see. Imagine I fucking roll.
Yeah.
See how the side of it? Up this, I see this.
Oh, yeah. What is? Have you asked the doctor what that is?
Know. Nah, it's my leg. But I went to do a butterfly sweep and I pushed off. So I kind of like pulled something, so it's kind of protruding.
Okay.
My wife's like, "Oh my god, is that a screw or something?" Because she has to do it. Oh, it's nothing metal.
But it doesn't hurt.
It's got to be one of those ACLs, MCLs, and it has to be some kind of L.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she's worried about me teaching it. Why are you, Jimmy? I'm telling a story.
I'm listening. I'm just letting you know. I'm listening.
What are you letting me know?
That Brendan's in the waiting room, but I'm listening to your story.
Brendan Allen, is Paul Craig that type? Don't believe the hype. That's from Public Enemy.
So what happened? You were teaching.
No, I'm going to tell you the rest of this. I like to we do this on purpose. Let's bring in Brendan Allen so we don't keep waiting. And I will finish the story and the joke that I said this morning that I had my buddy Triangle Johnny was laughing and it was fun. You want me to say it real quick?
Yeah.
No, we'll wait. But now it's a buildup, but it's not a great joke.
Tell me. I'm right here. What else are you doing?
Well, it's more of like the way this is what I did. We had a mat full of people.
Oh, Brendan's here.
Like, Brendan, he's got his kid there. Hello, Brendan. Does he guys hear us?
Oh.
There we go.
Hello. How you doing, man? Can you hear us?
Hello, Brendan.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, princess.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your daughter's name?
Brinley.
What is it?
Brinley.
Brindley.
Oh, how nice. I have 3 daughters. Mine are a little
old.
older.
You got 3 daughters.
I got mine are 14, 12, and 10. They're a little bigger. How old is she?
She turns 4 in a week and a half.
How many kids do you have, Brendan?
Just 2.
And boys, girls?
2 girls. That's all I get.
Hey, who needs a boy? After I had my first girl, I was a little worried, Brendan, when I was having my first daughter, because I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple scary aunts on my dad's side. So I didn't want them to come out. I'm like, what am I gonna get here? Beautiful daughter. So after I had my first daughter, and I'm like, I'm not making any mutants here. I have 3 daughters now. I couldn't be happier. And they all do jujitsu.
Oh, see, I need to get her into jiu-jitsu, but she don't listen to me. So, and then where I'm from, there's not really any kid programs.
Then you should tell her not to do it. Tell her she can't do it, and you don't want her to do it. And then if she doesn't listen to you, then she'll want to do it.
Yeah, well, I just can't coach her.
Hey, listen, when they're ready, that's what I say. And I used to always play with them. And I have a picture of my oldest having a teddy bear in an arm lock. And she did one of those, how it started, how it's going, because now she's 14. She's on Instagram. So she did how it started. It's her with the little teddy bear. And then she just won a tournament. She got an arm lock on. I don't know. It's cute.
That's great, though.
But,
great memory.
Yeah, it sure is. So we seen you last week, but we were having on Monday.
Monday.
You were with Sweet Dreams, and we had some bad reception. So you guys were together at the PI? Is that what it was?
Yeah, we see each other here, and we've known each other for a little while. So, yeah, we're good friends.
That's awesome. And let me ask you, if Paul Craig holds guard, you've been doing jiu-jitsu for a long time, man. You have nice submission. Your submission game is solid. Are we fighting? But you're also extremely well-rounded. So, I mean, where are we going with this? Are we fighting to get back up, or we said, all right, forget your triangles. I clean up the language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think of it as I want to go on my terms. I'm definitely not scared of his ground whatsoever. I feel if I can't escape or not even be put in an armbar or triangle with as much experience as I have, then there's a serious issue there in itself. Yeah. But I want to do everything on my terms.
So if you go to the ground, you want it to be because you want to be on the ground. You don't want to have to just react to what he's making a decision to do.
Right. I know he wants to connect. That way he can pull you down. Maybe we don't do that at first because I don't want to do that at first. But when I'm ready, okay, if you pull guard or whatever, then yeah, we stay there. I don't know. I'm a kind of a feel guy, so whatever I'm feeling in the moment is kind of how it works out.
Do you try to have a loose game plan for that reason? Like how solid is your game plan, or how rigid is it compared to? I just want to see how this feels when I walk in.
I don't really go in. Yeah, I see. I'm going to knock him out. It's that simple. I'm going to knock him out. How it comes, how it happens, how I finish him, it doesn't matter. If I feel something else, I'm going to take that. But ultimately, I'm going in there to knock him out. TKO, whatever. But yeah, I don't have a strict game plan whatsoever. I'm just gonna go in there and be Brendan. If I can be Brendan, it should go my way.
Hey, tell me about that Kudo protein popcorn. That sounds delicious. Is you have something
it's
to do
good,
with that?
Man. Fire. I use it there. What's that?
Is that a sponsor or is that just
yeah, they sponsor me and they sponsor the UFC too, and they're great, man. The popcorn's amazing. It's cool as well because they sponsor LSU where I'm from. And so I go to the games and stuff like that. But it's a great popcorn, great protein popcorn, great alternative, and it's a great snack as well. I like to have it after training when I'm feeling hungry and dieting a little bit.
What's the difference between that and regular popcorn?
Protein in it.
No, but is it just added to it?
Huh?
They just add it to it? Protein? That's okay. They just add protein to popcorn?
Hey, I don't know how the chemicals work. All I know is it tastes good and it's way healthier for you.
That's it. That's all you need. And I don't know, since they're sponsoring everybody, UFC Unfiltered is looking for new sponsors, Kudo. And I got a big mouth, and that mouth loves popcorn.
I'm actually looking it up.
They're going to have some new flavors coming out next year, so it's going to be even better. My favorite is the white cheddar, but I like the sweet and salty one as well.
Oh, nice. I'm actually, as we talk, I'm actually putting it into my my search engine. I'm going to look for that after. I'm going to probably buy some of that. Are you going to be interested in fighting in New Orleans if the UFC returns there? I'm imagining you are, right?
100%. The only person main events over me there is Dustin Poirier, and I'm totally okay with that. Anyone else, it's just absurd. If we go back to New Orleans, there's no way I don't main event that unless Dustin's fighting.
Where do you? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I've heard New Orleans is like it's like its own like separate world over there. It's just really different than a lot of other places. Why is that? Just because of the swamps and the bayous? Why is that?
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Like anyone is accepted there. You don't really get too much trash talking there. Everyone's different per se. Like they have their own way of life. And so they accept pretty much anyone there. You can go be whatever you want to be. In today's world, it gets real crazy. I'm not going to get into all that. But they accept everyone over there. The food's great. And everyone's just normally looking to have a good time. But obviously that leads to other things sometimes. But mostly people are there for good times.
Yeah.
You've been open, too, about how a sports psychiatrist was really helpful. I'm not sure if we talked to you about it the last time you were on. Is it somebody you're still utilizing? And how was that helpful?
The sports psychiatrist has been the best thing I've ever done when it comes for fighting. It's allowed me to put more of me in the cage. I'm still not 100% there as far as what's in the gym and what's in the cage, but I get to see more and more of it each time. And I think that's allowed for the results that I've had here recently. And I've just continued to try to do what we've been working on in that healthy, to deal with the emotions in a healthy manner.
Now, does he talk about everything from I can't pronounce it. Visualization. Yes, Jimmy. Sorry, Brandon.
No, you're good. I know what you mean. I understand.
Yeah, you're like, I can't pronounce it either. No, you probably can. But is it a lot of that, like visualizing stuff, or is it, are they taking you through the walkout, the lead up, or is it more? It's not like closing your eyes and then doing a chime and listening to like a waterfall, is it?
No. We do visualization too, but we have other just try to practice mindfulness a lot. So like being able to catch things before they creep in, being able to accept them, work through them mentally. It's not mean. To deal with them in a healthy manner. Like just for instance, say I'm getting anxiety because I'm worried too much of what he's doing and not about what I'm doing. I catch it early. I process that. I deal with it instead of trying to resist it. Because when I resist it, it just comes back 10 times stronger. So we do that. We do like cookie jar methods where we talk about reiterating the good things that we've done to ourselves. And so there's a lot of good methods, but the cookie jar method, hey, speak of the devil.
Oh shit!
Hey.
Yo, hang out a lot. We just like to hang out.
He said we just like to hang out.
Wow, what's up, bro? All you gotta do is pull up.
Fuck, man. Oh, excuse me,
Matt.
It's all right. The volume's low anyway.
Sweet Dreams brings it out of me.
I can barely hear.
I know.
How are you hearing this?
I barely hear it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll be extra loud. Sweet Dreams, you're awesome.
All right, give me that 4. 4:30 today. They put me back 30 minutes. All right, bro. I'll see you.
Now, you said it helps you be more yourself or to bring more of yourself into the cage. So there was things blocking you from kind of doing what you wanted to do in the cage? What was the things that weren't allowing you to do what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think it's more the fact that I would be so emotionally drained by the time the fight came that I didn't have any energy to really put into the fight like I needed to. So I really realized that when I fought Malkoun, I was really bad off, and I wasn't able to perform anywhere near my abilities because of I was so mentally drained. I wasn't able to make it to Showtime and anywhere close to 100%. And yeah, it just really frustrated me. So I had friends that were doing sports psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
And so I just realized that that's what I needed to try. I wanted to try every avenue.
How many days a week is that sports shrink? How many days a week is that?
Just one. I only do 1 day a week, and sometimes I miss, but I only do it when I'm in camp.
And I said this before, and I'll say it again, and it's a true story. In my rematch with George St. Pierre, he started seeing a sports shrink The guy told him to put my name on a brick, throw it in a lake. Fast forward, me getting my butt kicked at the Montreal Quebec Center. So there's something to it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's just a way for me personally to deal with the emotions in a healthy manner. We train everything else, jiu-jitsu, striking, and mentally it's a big spot for me personally. I can't speak for everyone, but I just wasn't able to handle it in a proper manner. So now I'm able to handle it. And like the visualization is a great thing too. Like we did a lot of visualization for the last fight, as far as like the lead up, the walkout, everything that comes on fight day. And it just kind of prepares you for when you're about to walk in there. So nothing's new, nothing shocks you. And that's kind of just the way I want it. I don't want to be shocked. I don't want to be surprised. Even though I've done that walk in the UFC 13, this will be 13. I don't want to be feeling surprised by anything. So I just try to prepare myself emotionally, and that's where it helps.
Well, you're on an amazing run. I mean, 5 straight wins, 4 of them submissions, and 3 straight subs. You look really, really great, man. So what a good fight this is going to be on Saturday. Good luck against Paul Craig, another great ground fighter. Really exciting, and congrats on all the success, man.
Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all's time, and thanks for having me.
All right, Brendan, we'll talk to you again, okay?
Good to see you, buddy. Good luck.
All right, take care, man.
Take care, bro.
He had good reception, though. I mean, he said he couldn't hear us that well, but we heard him perfectly well.
Brendan Allen is Craig. Paul Craig, that type. Say it. There's no hype, but you got to listen to Public Enemy.
I like Public Enemy. I mean, I don't listen to them anymore.
It's called Don't Believe the Hype. And at a certain part of it, they actually asked Brendan Allen. It's not Brendan Allen. But anyway, Jimmy.
What were you telling me? What joke did you tell on the mat?
Speaking of, like, sometimes I visualize you, and when you're a little chubbier, with an apple in your mouth, and you're a little piggy, and you're tied up, and I'm about to put you in an oven. I'm only kidding. You're
not wrong. It's a fair thing to visualize.
Imagine that, though.
Little fat the piggy boy.
Let me go. I wouldn't do that. Jimmy.
What happened on the mat? You're teaching.
Jimmy, I'm teaching. Now, look.
Yeah.
I'm sitting to a sweep, right? There's a bunch of people around. And I tell, look, there's a certain, I'm a serious teacher.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of that. I have a good time. And so do my
students.
So I tell them, I go, look, we got the tricep, we got the chest, we got each other the same way, you got nice grips. There's a certain scenarios when you want to go to your back when we're locked up. One scenario is when you're dealing with a person who's a better judoka or a better wrestler, better stand-up. Another scenario is if you compromise your knee and if you're teaching takedowns, your wife's going to get, you're going to be in deep shit with the wife. They liked it. It came out better now.
They didn't like it.
I'm going to use that one of the fat black pussycat. You're going to bring me up there. And I'm going to go, hey, guys, any jiu-jitsu players in the audience? I'm not going to know how to hold the mic.
Yeah.
Is there any jiu-jitsu players in the audience? Yeah. Jimmy, get me on stage. Jimmy, the lights are. Jimmy, but you ever have a breakdown? Did anybody ever have a breakdown on stage when they're like, get me out, get me off, like Tom Hanks in the movie Punchline?
Yeah, I'm sure some guys. I walked off once very early on. I was like a couple of years in to stand. I just told the audience I was sorry for wasting their time. But that was probably 1991.
Please tell me that's on tape.
No, I wish it was. I wasn't even taping myself back then.
No, I think that would be phenomenal. So you don't like my joke? I think you had to be there.
Yeah, apparently.
You're in the room. You go, oh, he doesn't. His wife's gonna yell at him.
Yeah,
Sensei's so kind.
Yeah, believe me, folks. The wife might yell at me.
Oh. Take my wife, please. Listen, we have fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had a good morning, and if you look on my Instagram, Matt Serra BJJ, you'll see me on my story steaming. When I go into my client play, I go early and I steam for close to a half an hour. And when I come out, I'm still steaming. You still see the steam coming off my head when I'm outside. Because I get out, I drive my car around after that. And around back.
Wait, you drive your car around back?
Well, I park upstairs and I go on my Steam. It's in my locker room. And then in my own little place. And then I pull the car around downstairs instead of walking down.
Okay.
So, and then when I go outside, you see the steam coming off me.
And then you shower.
Well, I just got out of the shower. I shower before and after. But I shower before and I steam first. Steam shower. And I get all the negative thoughts out of my head. And I think about what I'm going to do. Like today I did, I'll show it to you. I'm going to send it to you now, what I did today.
What time do you get there? What time do you teach class and what time do you get there?
I teach class at 7:00 and I get there around an hour earlier.
That's early, man. You get up at 5.
I get up at 5:15. Yeah.
Wow, that's early. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that 3 days a week. You know why, Jimmy? Because I'm basically retired. I said retired, not the other word.
I understand.
You thought I said the other word, and you were
both can be true.
Well, don't please, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, you me. But anyway, I like to start the day just sweating, bro. Because like today, I taught that 7 a.m. class, and I had time to come back. I take a little nappy nap. I get up, I rub the little dust out of my eyes. I hang out with you, and now later on, I can even chill out now. You know what I can do now?
Yeah.
My wife, she made some Stouffer's pizza for me. It's fucking and I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna play some fucking video games because I deserve it.
Sure, you've earned it. Yeah, you've washboard abs.
That's no reason to show that.
No.
And then after I do the video games, I'm going back 7:30 tonight p.m. I'm teaching the 40 and overs class. What's the matter? You reach a certain age and you cannot be dangerous? Is that what you want to put out there to the world, Jimmy?
Right. No.
Is that what you want?
That's the wrong message.
The wrong message. I'm watching The Expanse, and I'm liking that. And the character Amos, he's such a badass. He was on our podcast. What a great show. And also, I'm looking forward to, Jimmy, I'll let you go with this, December 22nd. I don't have any horses in the race here, but December 22nd, I'm a fan of Zack Snyder, and he's coming out with a show, Rebel Moon, and it will be on Netflix. And it has that very basic storyline of like the small village that's getting attacked and it needs warriors. This is a planet that that the big bad galactic baddies are looking to take their resources. So this young girl with a mysterious past, she's going to different planets, getting some warriors to fight these guys. I like it. It's like me. Simple. Simple. I don't know. Jimmy, what else? Besides you want to...
Well, tonight, 7 p.m., I'll be at the Fat Black Pussycat. I'm not there next week because of the holiday of Thanksgiving. And Matt, we should plug properly. This really is a great main event. Brendan Allen against Paul Craig. Great middleweight fight. Paul Craig coming down, of course, from light heavyweight. I think this is his second fight at middleweight. Am I an idiot to assume that? I could be wrong. I'm wrong half the time. Chase Hooper, Jordan Leavitt is the featured bout. Jake Matthews and Michael Morales is the co-main. So a great night of fights. Begins the 18th, of course, which is this Saturday night, 2 p.m. It's in the afternoon, the prelims start. Main card's 5 o'clock Eastern. Nothing I like more than a 5 p.m. Eastern time because I can watch it all before I go to work.
And Amanda Hebos on this card.
Yeah, Amanda Hebos is fighting, yes.
Nick Aguirre is fighting Peyton Talbot. And if he can't find him in there, he's going to go, "Hey, Talbot!"
Wow.
If anybody wants to look at the old Abbott and Costello, it's a dated joke.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not bad, and don't let my name. My name shouldn't indicate anything.
Jimmy, your name is not I Quit. I love you all. Watch the fights this weekend, Jimmy. I'll talk to you soon. There's so much fun.
Okay, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Jimmy.